Thanks for clicking. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this.
The firm behind the glass. The law firm didn't need a flashy name. It had power. Old money. Quiet reputation. No signage on the building, no commercials on TV. Just a sleek, mirrored tower in the heart of the city's financial district, where the lights never turned off and conference room doors closed softly, but decisively. Inside, divorce wasn't a personal crisis. It was a business deal. Marriages were dismantled with forensic precision, and settlements were more carefully negotiated than mergers. At the center of this calculated universe was Samantha Briggs, senior paralegal. She didn't wear expensive heels. She didn't gossip. She didn't need to. Samantha knew every filing deadline, every procedural loophole, every obscure tax code workaround. She'd survived 4 managing partners, 5 corporate buyouts, and dozens of clueless new attorneys. She wasn't flashy, but she was the spine of the operation. And that's exactly why she immediately didn't like Aaron Wells. 2. The Golden Boy. Aaron Wells was a rising star, at least on paper. 32. Ivy League degree. Perfect hair. A sharp, custom-tailored suit every day and a $300 fountain pen he only used for signing documents others prepared. He wasn't incompetent, not exactly. But he was overconfident in the way only someone with a few wins, but no scars, could be. He talked more than he listened, ignored office veterans, and carried himself like he was already managing partner. When Aaron landed a high-profile tech investor as a client, a man with a net worth comfortably over $300 million, the firm took notice. The client was divorcing his wife of 19 years and the stakes were high. Aaron took the case as a chance to prove himself. "This isn't going to be a drama fest," he said in the Monday morning meeting. "We're taking the emotion out of it. Fast, efficient, professional. I want this settled in under 90 days. Samantha didn't say anything, but she was already scribbling notes. Aaron was underestimating something, and in divorce cases that's when the knives came out. 3. Don't waste time. Within 2 days, Samantha had reviewed the initial filing and pulled both parties' financial disclosures. The husband's side was thorough as expected. Multiple accounts, real estate, investments, a few gaps but nothing unusual. But the wife's paperwork? Suspiciously slim. No listed car. No retirement account. No separate checking. Not even a cell phone bill. Just a yoga studio income, a leased apartment, and a vague reference to an inheritance used for living expenses. Red flag. Big one. "Do you want me to dig into her side?" Samantha asked Aaron, sliding the paperwork across his desk. Aaron barely glanced at it. "No need. We don't need to play games. We're making a fair offer and she'll take it." Samantha waited. "You're sure?" Aaron nodded. "Don't waste time on the wife's paperwork. She's not the client." She paused, then said the magic words. "Understood." For the folder that shouldn't exist. Samantha didn't argue. She just created a new folder on her desktop titled, "Per instruction, do not review." Inside, she quietly compiled everything Aaron told her to ignore. She cross-referenced the yoga studio's leaseholder. Turns out the building was owned by an LLC tied to the husband. Interesting. Then she dug into past property records. 2 years earlier, the wife had co-signed on a luxury condo purchase. The property had since been gifted to a cousin, but the paper trail didn't smell right. Then she hit the jackpot, a dormant joint offshore account with transfers totaling over $4 million, bouncing between shell companies. The wife's name was still attached. Samantha didn't act on it. She didn't draft memos. Didn't alert Aaron. She just documented everything. In one email draft to herself, she wrote, "Discovery not reviewed. Per Aaron Wells. Will comply." 5. The settlement draft. 2 weeks later, Aaron proudly handed over a draft settlement offer. It was clean. Too clean. $1.5 million in liquid assets. 1 jointly owned home. Some agreed-upon stocks. An NDA, of course. No mention of foreign holdings, real estate trusts, or even alimony. "She'll sign it," Aaron said smugly. "She's got no leverage." Samantha silently printed the draft and filed a copy under client drafts, blindsided. 3 days later, the wife's lawyer sent a counteroffer. It wasn't just a rejection, it was a tactical nuke. They listed assets not disclosed by either side. They requested alimony based on actual net worth, not declared income. And they attached documents, bank statements, digital ownership records, even photos of the Santa Barbara property with the wife's name on a deed notarized 6 years ago. Aaron looked like someone had kicked his chair out from under him. How did they get all this? He asked Samantha. I'm not sure, she replied, sliding over the sealed per instruction folder. We didn't review her side. You told me not to. He opened it. Inside, everything. Timestamps, research logs, printouts, a timeline, even a draft memo she'd never sent. You had this the whole time? He whispered. I followed your orders. Exactly. 6. The private meeting. That afternoon, Aaron was called into a meeting with 2 senior partners. Samantha wasn't invited. She didn't need to be. Her name was all over the research files, highlighted, date-stamped, thorough. But she had followed the chain of command. Everything she didn't act on was because she was told not to. After the meeting, Aaron didn't return to his office. His nameplate came down quietly the next morning. Officially, he was taking time to explore new opportunities. Unofficially, he was toast. 7. Fallout in favor. With Aaron gone, the case was reassigned. A senior partner brought Samantha in directly and asked one question. If we want to catch up, where do we start? Samantha opened her laptop and smiled. Already organized. The wife's side had already overplayed their hand a little. By disclosing everything, they gave the firm time to pivot. Samantha structured a new strategy, exposing that some of the listed assets had actually been laundered through shell corporations, not truly shared. They turned the case around. The new legal team used Samantha's documentation to negotiate a settlement that saved the client millions in unnecessary concessions, without invalidating the wife's leverage. And the client? Still angry, but no longer furious. Samantha, on the other hand, found herself loaned to the Mergers and Acquisitions division for her forensic financial skills. Epilogue, the lesson. A month later, the managing partner, who rarely spoke to non-lawyers, passed Samantha in the break room. Hell of a job, Briggs, he said. You could have blown the whistle. Instead, you let him fail. Samantha stirred her tea. Sometimes obedience speaks louder than warnings. He gave a dry laugh. You knew what would happen. She didn't respond. Just picked up her folder and went back to work. The end.
What would you have done in Samantha's place? Have you ever let a boss fail just to prove a point? What's the most expensive mistake someone made because they ignored your advice? Let me know in the comments. Yours might be featured in the next story. Until the next video,